Hello again. I am back, better than ever. Well, actually, not better than ever. I am currently getting over a cold. But you know what helps with getting over a cold? Doing a full glam makeup look. So today, I am doing a winged smoked out liner. This is something I do when I want to feel extra fabulous on a night out. So if you too want to feel extra fabulous tonight, keep watching and I will show you how to get this look. So I am pretty much just going to fast forward through the face makeup today. I figured I'd just focus on the eyes and the lips. But if you want a full video dedicated to just my base makeup, let me know. I would love to do that. And just like my last video, all the links to everything I use is listed below in order because I am way too OCD to not do that. And I have all the links to where you can get these products because, again, OCD hits hard. Don't even ask me how long it takes for me to edit my videos right now. It is painful. So yes, editing is taking forever, but I am having a crap ton of fun doing these videos. It is so much fun to film these, to sit down and edit, to figure out the audio, the visuals. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So anyone thinking about just trying this out, honestly, just go for it. You don't know how much support you're going to get until you just try it. So yeah, do it. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about why I do my face makeup before I do my eye makeup, even when I'm using really dark shadows like I am today. And it's mostly because I just need to see where my face is going before I can figure out what my eye makeup is going to look like, if that makes sense. And my dark circles make it hard for me to imagine what my eye makeup would look like anyway. So I use so much concealer, it would just be hard to just blend it out into my foundation. And it's like, you know what, I use so much concealer, I might as well just finish my face, if that makes sense. And because I use so much powder and concealer and everything else, brushing away the fallout is really not that big of a deal for me. I just go back in and touch up anything if it needs touching up. So am I trying to justify my laziness? Yes. Yes, I am. Here's a tip. So I put on my setting spray before I put on my highlighter because I feel like it actually adheres to the setting spray really well. So I usually let the setting spray kind of sit a little bit and then I'll go in with my highlight powder and it just makes it super bright and it sticks to the skin so much better. Really good tip, if I do say so myself. I'm using my beloved 35O palette and a fluffy blending brush to put an orangey brownie look into my crease. And I am using tape today because I want that dramatic winged out look. And what I do is I line up the bottom part of my tape with a little bit lower than my bottom lash line and the top part of the tape with where my eyebrow would end once I do them. And really what this look is about is a lot of blending and a lot of building. So you'll see now I'm going back into my Morphe palette to two darker brown shades and again using a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to go a little bit lower than my crease where I put those first colors. So again, lots of blending and I'm just going to get darker and darker as I get closer to my lash line, and that is the goal. You'll see I'm going to go back in and get two darker colors now to get closer to the lash line. But honestly, it doesn't really matter what colors you use as long as you're going lighter to darker as you get closer to the lash line. Like you can even see I used a little bit more on the warm side for my crease, and then I get more cool as I get lower to the lash line because I feel like it just brings out my brown eyes a little bit more. So you can use whatever colors you want. If you really want to be fancy, you could even use this method with a colored look. But yeah, like I said, doesn't matter what colors you use. Now I'm using a more densely packed brush to get that color super saturated by the lash line, and then I'll go back in and I'll blend it out again. Everything I do on the top lid, I emulate on the bottom. So you saw I'm just putting that same color on the bottom eyelid and just blending everything out. Yes, I will blend for a million years till my hands can't feel anything. Because honestly, if you don't blend this much, it'll end up looking like you just got punched in the face. So yeah, blending is key. And now for my favorite part. This is what kind of brings the whole look together and makes it look super complicated when it's really not that bad. I'm gonna do a wing, and I'm gonna use liquid liner here, but sometimes I feel like gel works better. Either way, I'm just gonna draw a wing, not too small, not too big. I'm trying for the mythical perfect wing here. Oh, and did I mention the beauty of it all? It doesn't even matter if this wing is perfect, because we're gonna be covering it up anyway. So yeah, that smudge I just made, it's totally fine. Okay, so yes, I hear Kat Von D is an anti-vaxxer, which really sucks. But the brown in her Monarch palette is the prettiest matte brown I have, so that's what I'm using. I'm going back to that smudge brush that I used, and I'm packing that brown on top of the liner. So this is why I said it doesn't really matter if that liner was perfect or not. That brown is going to cover it up and hopefully blend it seamlessly into the other colors we have. So now that I have that brown on top, I still want to make the wing pretty clear. So I'm going to go back in with the black in that Monarch palette. I'm going to use an angled brush just to go as close to the lash line as possible. So basically the very bottom of that line, I want it still to be pretty black. Just like an onion and an ogre, this makeup look is layered. So going back into that brown, I'm just going to pat it on top. And like I said, I just want the dark to fade beautifully into the light. So I'm going to go back and forth, and blend, and blend, and blend, and use as many layers as I need to make that black go to brown. And obviously, dance breaks help, so yeah, don't forget to do that. Depending on how smoky you really want to go, I want it to be extra smoky, so I put that black in my bottom lash line as well, but you could skip it if you wanted. And now I'm just going back in with a retractable eyeliner to go into my lash line, because I have a really big gap for a lash line. I don't know if it's because I have gigantic eyes or not, but yeah, it's like super noticeable if I don't put black in there. This kohl eyeliner by NYX, by the way, is the worst thing ever. No, I do not recommend it, but yes, I will be using it up because I am too brown to throw it away. Usually whenever I put black in my waterline, I go back in and I smudge it out just so it's not super harsh and like 90s looking, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just want everything to be super blended. And oh my gosh, is it satisfying to take off that tape. It leaves behind a really nice clean line, but if you have any fallout, you can see I'm just kind of brushing it away. Like I said, it's really not that big of a deal, I've found, even when using dark colors. I'm just going to go back in and blend out the edges so it's not like so harsh. I'm just going back in, zhuzhing up my bronzer and my blush. Usually, after I do my eye makeup, I find, oh no, I did not put enough bronzer and blush, so I always just go back in, even with the highlight, just add a little bit more. I'm gonna speed through the eyebrows, because I figured, you know what, if I need to do a separate video on them, I will. What did I tell you? Those dance breaks? Super important. Don't skip them. Okay, so this whole fall slash world, am I scared of it? Maybe a little. Is that why I stick to mascara most of the time? Probably. But honestly, sometimes I feel like, you know what, mascara is good enough. See, do you see the difference? Do you see the difference mascara makes? For the lips, you could really go two ways. Super light, keep it nude, or you could go really dark. And in my case, because I am so indecisive, I went both ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Trust Issues liquid lipstick. It is my favorite dark purple vampy color. And I'm going to outline my lips mostly, because I'm going to go in with a lighter nude color in the center. And the light color I'm using today is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in Queen Bee. And I'm not that fancy, I'm using my fingers to blend it out. And here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for spending the time with me. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Tell me what else you want to see too. And come back again this week, because I may or may not be uploading a second video. I may or may not be trying to make up for the fact that I was sick last week and didn't post. My bad. And don't forget, I have an Instagram. It's eshi.j. Make sure to follow me there. And I will talk to you guys pretty soon. Bye.